Hi guys, it's Erik-Weisz with a new lockpicking video. And the lock I have today is another Fichet-Bauche. It's the model M2B. And like the Monopole I picked a few weeks ago, it has 7 sliders. In fact, this one has 8 sliders, where the one at the bottom is a passive one that doesn't have to be picked. But in contrast to the Monopole, in this case the sliders have to be aligned in 2 different directions to open the lock, which makes this one much more difficult. We will see later how this works when we cut this lock, but now without further ado, let's put it in a vise and see if we can get it picked. Alright, the Fichet-Bauche M2B is now in the vise. Here is the key. Works very smoothly. And for tensioning I use this self-made tensioner from a piece of wire that I can insert in the groove for the passive slider, so that I don't have to change it during the picking, and I have still always enough room to access all the other sliders. And for picking I use this self-made picking tip that I have inserted into one of the handles from the Honest Dimple pick set. So let's start picking. Looking for binders as usual. 3 is binding a bit. 5. 7 is binding a bit. 2 again. I will have to push all of the sliders multiple times because they are working against the springs, and that's what makes this lock so difficult, that it has 8 of them, or rather 7 active, and that all of them work in parallel, so to speak. So this is going to take some time. I think number 2 and number 7 are usually the ones that bind first, and play a bit of ping pong. Also number 3 and maybe number 6. Number 7 already feels quite good. Now number 1 was binding. 7 feels very good now. 6 is binding very tight. And 1 is binding very tight now. Let's check number 7 again. Number 2 is binding. 3 again. 4 is loose. 5 is still loose. 6 is not loose. And 7 also feels good. 1 and 2 maybe. Maybe number 1 was overset now. Still feels springy. Number 6 again. Have to increase tension a bit maybe. 1 still feels good. 7 still feels good. 6 was binding. 1 again. Check number 6 again. 2 was now binding. 3 a bit. And number 7 again. Still fits good. Don't know what's put number 1. 2 feels good. Not sure about number 1, but that's not too bad. Now number 5 is binding a bit. Six seems overset now. This feels better. 7 is very good now. I'm not sure about number 1, but that feels good now. 2 feels good. 3 was binding. Now 4. Check 1 again, 7 again. Most sliders feel good now, but something is still missing. Three and 4. Number 1 was still binding again. 3 is okay. 4 was binding a bit. No, that was 3, sorry. Getting confused. No, this is binding tightly. Better now. Don't know what's holding me up now. Everything feels quite okay. Maybe this one. Let's try that again. This one also doesn't feel correct. Better now. not sure about this one. Now they all feel good. Oh no, some tiny core rotation. I think we're quite close now. Still, something is missing. I guess it's this one. And there we go. I turn it one step further. So now you see it was clearly picked. And now let's have a look what's inside. Oh, 11 minutes is quite long. Sorry for that. But it's really a tough lock. So let's take a pinning tray and some tools. Good thing is that these are easy to cut. To remove the back plate and the front, the outer cover, I have to remove these 4 screws here. Let's get some better focus. So, and now we can just remove the back plate, only a sheet of sheet metal, and then we can take the core out and have a look at the outer housing. It has this horizontal groove for these outer prongs here, and they need to be aligned to the correct height so that the core can rotate in this direction. And also we have this ring here that with its intersections where these parts of the sliders slide in. And only if both directions are correct, they are aligned with this groove and with these intersections, then the core can rotate. Alright, and let's have a look at the core itself. We can take the key and have a look what happens when we insert it. We see that the key moves the sliders in 2 directions. It pushes them towards the bottom and also turns them so that the outer prongs are aligned in the middle. I have to do that manually. And now we see that everything is aligned in both directions. All right. And to disassemble this further, we have to remove these 2 other screws here. This is really a cutting-friendly lock. And what I found very cool about it is that most of the parts do not change with the different locks. They're always the same, and only the sliders and the key, of course, are different. So that's the back piece with these little prongs that keep the springs in place. And then we have the 8 springs. One of them is a bit different. That's this one for the passive pin. Let me call that number 1, and then the others are all the same. Oh, let's put them a bit aside. And then we can take the sliders out one by one. Let's take some tweezers and do that. And basically, I don't even need tweezers. I think, I will need them because I have to turn them through the middle. That's not the first one, sorry. Okay, no. This one has already turned a bit, but I want this one first. That's the passive one. Oh no, the ball bearing has fallen into another hole. I will show you the details later. Let's take the second one. And if we start carefully, we see that there is a ball bearing. In each of the sliders. Here you see it. It looks like a little elephant, I think. That was number 2. And number 3 now. Again with the ball bearing. Oops. Same with number 4. And number 5. Oops. Ball bearing has again vanished. Somewhere, we'll find that later. Number 6. Oops. Same with this one. And 7. Same with this one. And number 8. There we have a ball bearing from another one. They're all the same, so we can just put them anywhere. So, okay, but the ball bearing is again corner straight. Here it is. And let's take the other balls out. These are 2. And there should be one more. There it is. All right. So this is the main part of the core with all the chambers and so on. Otherwise, nothing special about it. Yeah, very interesting lock. Let me give you a close-up of the sliders. Very interesting lock, and with a quite simple but effective design. Yeah, that's about all. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.